Zodiac Killer Case. Shocking updates and new evidence in 2025. The Zodiac Killer case continues to captivate investigators and true crime enthusiasts worldwide as 2025 brings unprecedented developments in America's most notorious unsolved serial killer investigation. After more than 56 years since the first confirmed murder, groundbreaking evidence and revolutionary forensic techniques are finally shedding new light on the identity of the mysterious killer who terrorized Northern California in the late 1960s and early 1970s, the terror that gripped California. The Zodiac Killer's reign of terror began on a cold December night in 1968, forever changing how Americans viewed safety in their own communities. David Faraday, 17, and Betty Lou Jensen, 16, were enjoying their first date when they parked at Lake Herman Road in Berryessa for what should have been an innocent evening together. Instead, they became the first confirmed victims of a killer who would haunt the Bay Area for years to come. The brutal double murder on December 20th, 1968, marked the beginning of a killing spree that would challenge law enforcement and terrorize an entire region. The young couple was shot execution style, with Betty Lou found 30 feet from the car, suggesting she had tried desperately to escape her attacker. The methodical nature of the crime and the killer's ability to disappear without a trace established a pattern that would become his signature. 6 months later, on July 4th, 1969, the killer struck again at Blue Rock Springs Park in Vallejo. Darlene Ferrin, 22, and Michael Mageau, 19, were sitting in Ferrin's car when a man approached and opened fire with a 9mm handgun. Ferrin died instantly, but Mageau survived despite multiple gunshot wounds, becoming the first witness to provide a description of the attacker. The killer's decision to call police immediately after the shooting, calmly reporting his own crime, demonstrated a chilling need for attention and control that would define his criminal persona. The cryptographic mastermind emerges. What set the Zodiac Killer apart from other serial killers was his sophisticated communication strategy with media and law enforcement. In August 1969, 3 Bay Area newspapers received identical letters containing a cipher and a threat to kill a dozen people unless the coded message was published. This marked the beginning of the Zodiac's psychological warfare against the public, transforming him from a local murderer into a national phenomenon. The first 408-character cipher was solved within a week by amateur codebreakers Donald and Betty Harden. The decoded message revealed the killer's twisted mindset. "I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest. Because man is the most dangerous animal of all to kill." The deliberate misspellings and grammatical errors sparked decades of debate about whether they were intentional misdirection or genuine mistakes. The Zodiac's most famous cipher, a 340-character cryptogram sent in November 1969, remained unsolved for 51 years until December 2020. A team of international codebreakers finally cracked the message using advanced computer algorithms and linguistic analysis. The decoded text revealed the killer's belief that his victims would become his slaves in the afterlife, providing disturbing insight into his psychological motivations. The Lake Berryessa attack, a different method. September 27, 1969, marked a significant escalation in the Zodiac's methods when he attacked Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard at Lake Berryessa in Napa County. Unlike his previous gun attacks, this assault involved close contact stabbing and featured the killer wearing a distinctive executioner-style hood emblazoned with his Zodiac symbol. The dramatic costume change suggested theatrical planning and a desire to enhance his terrifying persona. The attack began when the hooded figure approached the couple with a gun, claiming to be an escaped convict who needed their car. After binding them with clothesline, he proceeded to stab both victims repeatedly. Shepard died from her injuries 2 days later, while Hartnell survived to provide detailed testimony about the killer's voice, mannerisms, and physical appearance. The killer's decision to write on Hartnell's car door with a marker further demonstrated his compulsive need to claim responsibility and maintain public attention. The final confirmed murder. The Zodiac's last confirmed killing occurred on October 11, 1969, in San Francisco's upscale Presidio Heights neighborhood. Paul Stein, a 29-year-old cab driver, was shot in the head while driving his taxi. The killer removed a piece of Stein's blood-stained shirt, which he later included in letters to prove his identity. This urban attack marked a significant departure from the killer's previous pattern of targeting couples in remote locations. 3 teenagers witnessed the aftermath of Stein's murder, observing a man wiping down the cab's interior before walking calmly away. Their description led to the most detailed police sketch of the Zodiac Killer, depicting a stocky white male with reddish-brown hair and glasses. The killer's ability to escape on foot through a residential area demonstrated intimate knowledge of San Francisco's street layout. Revolutionary 2025 developments. The year 2025 has brought unprecedented momentum to the Zodiac investigation through several groundbreaking developments. Advanced DNA analysis techniques now allow forensic scientists to extract genetic material from evidence previously considered too degraded for testing. Touch DNA technology, which can detect genetic material from minimal contact, has been applied to the Zodiac's letters and potentially to evidence from original crime scenes. A psychiatric nurse's previously classified testimony emerged in 2025, revealing disturbing details about a patient believed to be the Zodiac Killer who was hospitalized during a period when murders ceased. According to the testimony, this patient committed suicide by throwing himself in front of a train, after which no more Zodiac killings were reported. This revelation has prompted investigators to examine hospital records and patient files. From the early 1970s, the Case Breakers investigative team has presented compelling circumstantial evidence linking Gary Francis Post, who died in 2018, to the Zodiac crimes. Their investigation focuses on forehead scars that match eyewitness descriptions, geographic connections to crime scenes, and alleged confessions to friends and associates. Post's death prevents direct questioning, but investigators continue examining his movements and associations during the murder timeframe. The Arthur Lee Allen connection. Arthur Lee Allen remains the most scrutinized suspect in Zodiac lore despite his death in 1992 without formal charges. Allen worked as a school janitor in Vallejo, lived in the area during the murders, and allegedly made statements about hunting humans being the most dangerous game. His Zodiac brand watch and suspicious behavior during police interviews made him a prime target of investigation. Circumstantial evidence against Allen includes his presence near crime scenes, ownership of weapons similar to those used by the killer, and knowledge of locations featured in the crimes. However, handwriting analysis failed to match his samples with the Zodiac letters, and DNA testing of available evidence has proven inconclusive. Allen's supporters argue that the evidence against him is purely circumstantial, while critics maintain that he remains the most viable suspect. Modern investigation techniques transform the case. Contemporary forensic techniques unavailable during the original investigation are revolutionizing the search for the Zodiac's identity. Genetic genealogy, which successfully identified the Golden State Killer, offers promising avenues for breakthrough identification. Digital enhancement of crime scene photographs and evidence provides clearer details for analysis and comparison. Geographic profiling software analyzes the locations of confirmed crimes to identify potential residence areas and travel patterns. This technology suggests the killer lived in the Vallejo area and had intimate knowledge of Northern California geography. Advanced ballistics analysis of recovered bullets and shell casings may link previously unconnected crimes to the Zodiac. The psychology of a serial killer. FBI behavioral analysts have developed comprehensive psychological profiles of the Zodiac Killer based on his crimes, communications, and victim selection. The killer demonstrated high intelligence through his cryptographic skills and ability to evade capture for decades. His compulsive need for attention and public recognition suggests narcissistic personality traits combined with antisocial behavior patterns. The geographical clustering of attacks around the Bay Area indicates local familiarity and comfort in the region. The killer's ability to escape crime scenes quickly suggests advanced planning and intimate knowledge of escape routes. His evolution, from shooting to stabbing to the final taxi murder, demonstrates adaptability and escalating confidence in his criminal abilities. Cultural impact and ongoing investigation. The Zodiac Killer case has profoundly influenced American popular culture, inspiring countless books, films, and documentaries. David Fincher's 2007 film Zodiac brought renewed attention to the case, while recent streaming documentaries have introduced new generations to the mystery. This cultural fascination ensures continued public interest and potential witness testimony. Multiple law enforcement agencies maintain active investigations into the Zodiac murders. The FBI, San Francisco Police Department, and various county sheriff's offices continue reviewing evidence and pursuing leads. Private investigators and amateur sleuths contribute research and analysis through online forums and collaborative platforms. The search for closure continues. As 2025 progresses, the families of Zodiac victims continue seeking answers after more than 5 decades of uncertainty. Each technological advance and investigative breakthrough brings renewed hope for identification and closure. The killer's ability to maintain anonymity despite massive media attention and police resources represents one of criminal history's greatest challenges. Recent developments in forensic science, combined with renewed investigative efforts and public interest, create unprecedented opportunities for finally solving this legendary case. Whether through DNA evidence, witness testimony, or cryptographic analysis, the Zodiac Killer's identity may finally be revealed, bringing justice to victims and closure to a mystery that has haunted America for generations. The legacy of the Zodiac Killer extends far beyond his confirmed victims, influencing investigative procedures, media relations, and public awareness of serial crime. His case remains a testament to both the persistence of dedicated investigators and the enduring hope that even the most challenging mysteries can eventually be solved through patience, technology, and unwavering determination to find the truth.